Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. I'm looking at XRP on the charts right now, and for those of you guys not used to this, don't panic yet, okay? XRP is right now trading at about $1.54.5. And so what did we see here? What is the first inclination? Likely for many of you guys to panic. XRP was trading in the $80s yesterday, and now all of a sudden it's at about $1.55. You can see that it did break this level of support that we saw on the micro trend. Okay, this is XRP on the hourly, and that was as low as we saw the dip go after XRP hit $1.96. It came right back down to about $1.55, and then of course rebound up. Guys, this is just part of that structure, okay? We may see XRP trade sideways for a little bit longer before we see new all-time highs. Again, this is why it's always good to zoom out. So if I bring XRP here on the daily, you can see right now XRP, and I'm just going to put a price tool here or a percentage tool here. You can see XRP has corrected by almost 25%. Is that in line with what we've seen in the past? Let me bring the bull run of 2017 up here, and you guys can see on the way up, we saw XRP correct here, we saw it correct here, making new highs, we saw it correct here, and then finally it made a new high up here before moving downward. Now, there are a lot of indicators that'll let us know when the time has come and the bull run is over, but it doesn't look like we're there yet. It looks like we're somewhere in and around here. Okay, what did I say that percentage was? Around 25% that we've currently seen a correction now for XRP. We'll take a look at this, guys. Over here, we saw XRP correct almost 31%, okay? Then it made its way up again to a new high. Right over here, we saw XRP, and I don't know if you guys can see, that's the wick right there. The wick for this particular correction, XRP went down 46% before making a new leg up. And then right over here, XRP did correct about 35% before making that all-time high. So again, we may see more volatile swings before we see a new leg up. Let me bring up the crypto market here. So crypto market over $2.1 trillion, Bitcoin dominance sliding down, and that's another part of the story here, right? The Bitcoin dominance. We'll talk about that in a sec. Let's look at the rest of the crypto space. So guys, everything, mostly everything is down today. Bitcoin down over 3%, Ethereum down about 3%, Binance coin down almost 6%, XRP down almost 10%. Now you got to remember XRP was one of those coins that was playing catch up, and so it has already gained several more percentage points than the other altcoins at within the most recent time frame. So you know, it being down 10% is par for the course. You got Cardano down, Polkadot down, but then you got Dogecoin up 133% in the last 24 hours. And Mike Novogratz even commenting on this. I saw this from IANBINS here on Twitter. Mike Novogratz is warning investors that, you know, we will see a crypto market. I mean, the euphoria has kicked in. Everybody is very, very excited right now. But what goes up will ultimately come down. Bitcoin bull and billionaire investor Mike Novogratz has warned about cryptocurrency market volatility in a recent interview. Just going to take it down here while speaking positively about the coin launch, which was the Coinbase launch on Wednesday. Novogratz said the excitement would cause some crypto market volatility, which is now what we're seeing in the next week. Certainly we could have some volatility because of the excitement around Coinbase. The former Fortress executive said during his interview with MarketWatch, despite his recent statements on CNBC and saying he is feeling bullish about the crypto economy, Novogratz envisions a shakeup. His statements were directed at XRP and Dogecoin. He says, "I've seen a lot of weird coins like Dogecoin and even XRP have huge retail spikes, which means there's a lot of frenzy right now. That never ends well, and so we'll probably have a washout at one point." Now, it's kind of curious that he's calling XRP a weird coin, like Dogecoin, likening it to Dogecoin, but he did say this, and we are seeing a Dogecoin spike. So let's bring up Doge here on the daily. Very, very peculiar that this particular coin is spiking significantly compared to the rest of the market. My thought on this is just that it's Dogecoin's turn. You know, these are inexperienced traders looking for something affordable to put their money in, and it's looking as though, you know, before the last few days, many of the other altcoins had already pumped. And so it's a rotation, right? And this is why the altcoin market can be so exciting and so random and haphazard at the same time. One coin pumps, people take profits out of that, that coin, then dump their profits in another coin, people will notice that that coin is pumping and they will do the same, and it keeps happening time and time again for every individual coin in the altcoin market. This is not to say right now that XRP is dead. This is the top. We just have to be patient. The structure is very natural, and we're only down about 25%, and we have seen price moves upwards of 45%. So we do have to keep that in mind. Leonidas here on Twitter retweeting out his original post talking about XRP setting another record. It has had $10+ billion of volume for 10 days in a row straight, and now he's saying it has been 11 days. The average daily volume during these 10 days has been about $22.8 billion. The highest daily volume was recorded at $36.9 billion, also all-time high. And if we compare this, guys, to the average daily volume in March of 2021, that was only about $4.3 billion. And so he just retweeted this out yesterday evening. It has now been 11 days in a row. XRP Crypto Wolf saying, never in all my years in crypto did I think Doge would be at these prices. And, I think, again, it is just par for the course. People seeing an opportunity, people seeing a coin that hasn't pumped yet, take their profits out of one coin, put it into another. We're going to see these rotations happen faster and more furiously as the altcoin market fuels up. Another thing I wanted to put in perspective here, and this is a tweet here from MOONLAMBOIO on Twitter, almost no resistance for XRP remaining on the way up to all-time high. So let's go back to the XRP chart real quick, and I'm just going to put it on the daily here, and I'm gonna show you guys what he's talking about here. So this is XRP on the daily. Let me throw up a Fibonacci on here. We have now pierced the 0.5 level, the Fibonacci level, the 0.5. We hit that. We pierced that back on the 13th, made a new high of $1.96. We were trying to reach up to that next level up there, the 0.618, but sure enough, couldn't do it. And now coming back down here, perhaps we might try to retest this one underneath at the $1.34 mark. So that wouldn't be unusual. Again, that would be a retracement of about 31, 32%. It's when we start getting down here that I would get worried if we retraced down over 55% down to this first Fibonacci level, the one that we've been trying to get above for all these months now, the 0.236. That would be a bit disconcerting. So we just got to keep an eye on this, guys. We also have to realize that the entire market is still very bullish. Oh, the other thing I was going to talk about was Bitcoin dominance, right? Real quick, actually, that's the Bitcoin chart. Let me bring up the dominance chart here real quick. So we are at 53% here. This is Bitcoin dominance on the daily. And let's just put it on the weekly. You can get a better look at the chart here on the weekly. Zoom out here. Okay, so Bitcoin dominance. That first marker that Bitcoin needed to go through was here, 57%. And now we're eyeing this level here, guys, 52%. Now, what could we expect at 52%? Perhaps something similar that happened in 2017, 2018. When Bitcoin hit this level, it did see one last rally up. That was the last leg up for Bitcoin. And then alts finally took over. So let's eye that level. Let's see what happens when we finally get down there. And it looks as though Bitcoin has almost touched that level. If you guys look at that very, very closely, Bitcoin has almost touched that level. So what is going to happen over the next few weeks? Are we going to see more momentum upward for Bitcoin vis-a-vis the altcoins, giving it some more dominance before it finally plummets? And that would be the final leg up for Bitcoin. Bitcoin's all-time high. We see it plummet, altcoins take over. Then that would bottom out, and that would mean that the crypto rally is over. We saw the same pattern over here, guys, in 2017 and 2018, so I wouldn't be surprised if we follow something similar to that effect. And I know some of you guys were giving David Schwartz a hard time here on Twitter. XRP Crypto Wolf tweeting this out, but he did mention this was in a lighthearted way. Good morning to everybody except for Joel Katz for suppressing the price of XRP with his tweets. He's trying to help some people, but instead he's hurting all XRP hodlers because of the price action. We're clearly grown-ups who can make our own decisions, but it's all love, though. David Schwartz getting a lot of heat after he had tweeted out this one tweet that I commented on the other day. Basically, this one, this is probably going to be my least popular tweet ever, and basically stating that, you know what, guys, if you see life-changing amounts of cryptocurrency and you're trading, please reduce your risk and exposure, take profits off the table. There's nothing wrong with what David Schwartz was saying here, although a lot in the XRP community were getting very upset and slamming David. And you know what? It's not fair to David Schwartz. He is just giving the advice that he thinks is prudent. Now, I mean, I don't necessarily agree. I do think that there are likely going to be more crypto profits to be had at this moment. But that said, though, life-changing money is different to different people. And, I have my targets. I've done my research. Maybe you've done your research and your targets are different than mine. And David Schwartz has his own opinions on this. There's no need to get mean, guys. This is David Schwartz, the CTO of the company Ripple. Have a little respect. And not just because it's him. I mean, it's just good to have respect for anybody, even if they do have a different opinion. I don't want to make this a lecture. Anyway, just want to keep going because I thought this was a little shady. Now, I saw this from CryptoLawUS here on Twitter. This was tweeted out by John Deaton. Now, you guys know who John Deaton is. This is his Crypto Law Twitter profile, so this belongs to him as well. And he just brought up something interesting here. Mark Berger, who led the SEC enforcement in filing the case against Ripple on Jay Clayton's last day as SEC chair, has a new job. And guess where? Simpson Thacher. So this has to do with this guy here. SEC enforcer behind the $1.3 billion Ripple lawsuit was stepping down, and this was back in January of this year. Mark Berger, who was named Deputy Director of the Division of Enforcement at the United States Security and Exchange Commission in August of 2020, is leaving the agency before the end of the month. Though Berger's time in the top position was short, it bears at least one major highlight: the SEC's $1.3 billion lawsuit against Ripple Labs CTO Brad Garlinghouse and Executive Chairman Chris Larsen. This guy had much to do with that lawsuit. Now, why is this important to note? Ex-acting head of SEC enforcement will now join Simpson Thacher. So the former acting head, Mark Berger, is being hired by law firm Simpson Thacher and Bartlett LLP. Berger, 46, will join as a partner starting in June, the New York-based firm said. In January, he stepped down from overseeing the SEC, as I just mentioned, an assistant U.S. attorney in Manhattan from 2002 to 2014. Berger joins fellow SEC alumnus at Simpson Thacher, including Stephen Cutler, who ran the enforcement division from 2001 to 2005, and Michael Osnato, who helped the complex financial instruments unit from 2014 to 2017. Well, you know who else works at Simpson Thacher? William Hinman. That's right, the conflict of interest William Hinman, the same William Hinman who was sitting on the Ethereum board while he was at the SEC, ultimately making that decision to not deem Ethereum or Bitcoin a security. Interesting set of developments. Mark Berger is now joining that same company with his former colleague, Bill Hinman. And John Deaton has noticed this. Berger's last big act before the SEC was filing the Ripple lawsuit, which led to delisting / the suspension of XRP on exchanges and platforms and panic selling by retail holders. Simpson Thacher sits on the Ethereum Enterprise Alliance, took the big Chinese mining equipment company public, and paid William Hinman $1.6 million a year while he was SEC Director of Corp Finance, announcing that Ethereum was not a security. What role did Mark Berger play in the Ethereum public statements by Hinman while preparing the last-minute lawsuit on XRP before both took jobs as partners at Simpson Thacher? Very interesting question, and of course, I'm sure a lot of you guys have some interesting comments to add down to this tweet thread, which I will put in the description of this video. So we may be in for a bit of a ride, guys. XRP price right now at about $1.49. We are going to ride this wave with the rest of the crypto market. We still do really have to see Bitcoin plummet in dominance before I think we see that last huge leg up for the altcoin rally, and there might be some sideways trading in the meantime. We might see XRP trading at these prices, these lower prices, for a while. Again, let's not forget that we only did see that almost that $2 price just a couple of days ago. So we might see it keep trading in this range for a few more days, few more weeks, maybe even a few more months. The one thing I do know is that I am confident with my XRP holdings. I have set out and planned my targets. I know what portion of my portfolio I am selling at what prices. Some of us have been waiting for this moment for a long, long time. I'm certainly not quitting now. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.